lightning or in rain.
When the hurly-burly's done, when the battle's lost and won, under the air the set of sun,
Where the place?
upon the heath, there to meet with Macbeth.
I come, Grey Malcolm.
And it calls anon.
There is foul, foul is fair. Hover through the fog
And fill the air.
What bloody man is that? He can report, as seemeth by his flight, of the revolt, the new estate.
This is the sergeant, who like a good and hardy soldier fought against my captivity. Hail, brave friend! Hail! Say to the king the knowledge of the broils thou didst leave it.
Doubtful it stood, as two spent swimmers that do cling together and choke their heart. The merciless MacDonald, worthy to be a rebel, for to that the multiplying villainies of nature do swarm upon him. But all's too weak. For brave Macbeth, well he deserves that name, disdaining fortune with his brandished steel, which smoked with bloody execution. Like valor's minion carved out his passage, till he faced the slave, which ne'er shook hands nor bade farewell to him, till he unseen looked from the nave to the chaps, and fixed his head upon our battlements.
Oh, valiant cousin, worthy gentleman.
Mark, King of Scotland, Mark, no sooner justice had with valor armed compelled these skipping kerns to trust their heels. But the Norwegian lord surveying vantage, with furbished arms and new supplies of men began a fresh assault.
Dismayed not this our captains, Macbeth and Banquo.
Yes, as sparrows, eagles, or hare the lion. If I say so, if I must report, they were as cannons overcharged with double cracks, so they doubly redoubled strokes upon the foe. But I am faint. My gashes cry for help.
So well thy words become thee as thy wounds. They smack of honor both. Go, get him surgeons.
My lord.
Who comes here?
Ah, the worthy Thane of Ross.
What a haste looks through his eyes. So should he look that seems to speak things strange.
God save the king.
Whence camest thou, worthy Thane?
From Fife, great king, when away in Venice flout the skies and fan a people cold. Norway himself, with terrible numbers, assisted by that most disloyal traitor, the Thane of Cawdor, began a dismal conflict, until Macbeth, lacked in proof, confronted him with self-comparisons. Point against point, rebellious, arm against arm, curbing his lavish spirits. And, to conclude, the victory fell on us.
Oh, great happiness!
Yet now Sweno, the Norway's king, craves composition. Nor do we deign him burial of his men until at St. Combs Inch he disbursed $10,000 to our general uses.
No more that Thane of Cawdor shall deceive our bosom interest. Go, pronounce his present death, and with his title, greet Macbeth.
I'll see it done.
What he hath lost, noble Macbeth hath won.
Where hast thou been, sister?
Killing swine. Sister, where thou?
A sailor's wife had chestnuts in her lap, and munched and munched and munched. Give me, quoth I. All right thee, witch, the rump-fed running cries. Her husband's to Aleppo gone, master of the tidings. But in a sieve after the sail, and like a rat without a tail, I'll do.
I'll give thee a wind.
Thou art thine,
And I another.
and I myself am on the other. The very ports they blow, in the quarters that they know are the shipman's card. I will drain him dry as hay. Sleep, neither night nor day, shall hang upon his penthouse lid. he shall live a man forbid. Wearisome nights, 9 times 9, may he dwindle, peak and pine. And though his bark may be lost, he shall be tempest-tossed. Look what I have.
Show me.
Here I have a pilot's thumb. Wrecked as homeward he did come.
A drum. Macbeth doth come.
We're sisters, hand in hand, posters of the sea and land. Thus to go about, thrice to thine and thrice to mine, and thrice again to make up 9. Peace, the charms wound up.
So foul and fair a day I have not seen.
How far is called the forest?
What are these? So wicked and so wild in their appearance that look not like the inhabitants of the earth. Yet are on it? With you? Or are you aught that man may imagine? Seem to understand you, that each at once your chappy little fingers across your skinny lips. You should be witted. But your beards forbid me to interpret it so.
Speak if you can. What are you?
All hail, Macbeth! Hail to thee, Thane of love!
All hail, Macbeth. Hail to thee, Thane of Cawdor. All hail, Macbeth. Thou shalt be king hereafter.
Good sir! Why do you start and seem to fear things which do sound so fair? In the name of truth, are ye fantastical? Or that which outwardly ye show? If you can look into the sands of time and say which grain will sprout and which will not, speak then to me, who neither begs nor fears your favor nor your hate.
Hail!
Hail.
Lesser than Macbeth, and greater.
Not so happy, yet much happier. Thou shalt be king, so thou be none. So all hail, Macbeth and Banquo.
Banquo and Macbeth, all hail!
Stay, you imperfect speakers. Tell me more. My son is death, I know I'm Thane of love. But how Cawdor? The Thane of Cawdor lives, a prosperous gentleman. And to be king stands not within the prospect of belief, no more than to be Cawdor. Say to live you over the strange intelligence. Or why upon this blasted heath you stop our way with such prophetic greeting? Speak, I charge you!
The earth has bubbles as the water has. These are of them. Whither are they vanished?
Into the air. What seemed corporal melted as breath into the wind. Would they had stayed.
Are these things we do speak about? Or have we eaten on the insane root that takes their reason prisoner?
Your children shall be kings.
You shall be king.
And Thane of Cawdor too, went it not so?
To the self-same tune and words.
Oh, who goes there?
Who goes there?
Ah,
The king hath happily received, Macbeth, the news of thy success. And when he reads of thy personal ventures in the rebels' fight, his wonders and his praises do contend which should be thine or his. Silenced in that, over the viewing of the rest of the self-same day, he finds thee in the stout Norwegian ranks, nothing afeard of what thyself didst make strange images of death. As thick as hail came post with post, and everyone did bear thy praises in his kingdom's great defense, and poured them out before him.
we are sent to give thee from our royal masters thanks. Who it to herald thee back into his sight, not pay thee.
And, for an earnest of even greater honor, he bade me from him call thee Thane of Cawdor. And so, hail most worthy Thane, for it is thine.
The Thane of Cawdor lives. Why do you dress me in borrowed robes?
Who was the Thaneless yet? but under every judgment bears that life which he deserves to lose. Whether he was combined with those of Norway, or did line the rebel with hidden help and advantage, or that with a both he labored in his country's wreck, I know not. Treason's capital confess and prove them overthrown him.
Glom's hand thane of Cawdor, the greatest is behind. Thanks for your pains. Do you not hope your children shall be kings, when those that gave the thane of Cawdor to me promised no less to them?
That trusted home might yet enkindle you unto the king, as well as Cawdor. But 'tis strange. And sometimes to win us to our harm, the instruments of darkness do tell us truths. Win us with honest trifles to betray us in deepest consequence.
Cousins, a word I pray.
I thank you, gentlemen. Two truths are told as happy prologues to the swelling act of the imperial theme. Cannot be ill, cannot be good. If ill, why hath it given me earnest of success, commencing in a truth? I am Thane of Cawdor. If good, why do I yield to that suggestion, whose horrid image doth unfix my hair, and make my seated heart knock at my ribs, against the use of nature? Present fears are less than horrible imaginings. My thought, whose murder yet is but fantastical, shakes so that my single state of man that function is smothered in surmise, and nothing is but what is not.
Look how our partner's wrapped.
If chance will have me king, my chance may crown me, without my stir.
New horrors come upon him, like our new garments cleave not to their mold, but with the aid of use.
Come what come may, time and the hour runs through the roughest day.
Worthy Macbeth, we stay upon your leisure.
Give me your favor. My dull brain was wrought with things forgotten. Kind gentlemen, your pains are registered where every day I turn the leaf to read them. Let us toward the king. Think upon what hath chanced, and, at more time, the interim having waited, let us speak our free hearts each to other.
Very gladly.
Till then enough. Come, friends.
Is the execution done on Cawdor? Are not those in commission yet returned?
My liege, they have not yet come back. But I have spoke with one that saw him die, who did report that, very frankly, he confessed his treasons, implored your highness's pardon, and set forth a deep repentance. Nothing in his life became him like the leaving of it. He died as one that had been studied in his death. To throw away the dearest thing he owed is were a careless trifle.
There's no art to find a mind's construction in the face. He was a gentleman on whom I built an absolute trust. Oh, worthiest cousin, the sin of my ingratitude even now was heavy on me. Thou art so far before that swiftest wing of recompense is slow to overtake thee. Would thou had less deserved, that the proportion of both thanks and payment might have been mine. All is left for me to say, more is thy due, than more than all can pay.
The service and the loyalty I owe, in doing it, pays itself. Your highness's part is to receive our duties, and our duties are to your throne and state children and servants, which do but what they should, by doing everything safe toward your love and honor.
Welcome hither. I have begun to plant thee and will labor to make thee full of growing. Noble Banquo, that had no less deserved, nor must be known no less to have done so, let me enfold thee and hold thee to my hair.
There, if I grow, the harvest is your own.
My plenteous joys, wanton in fullness, seek to hide themselves in drops of sorrow. Sons, kinsmen, thanes, and you whose places are the nearest, know we will establish our estate upon our eldest, Malcolm, whom we name hereafter the Prince of Cumberland, which honor must not unaccompanied invest him only, but signs of nobleness like stars shall shine upon all deservers, from hence to Inverness, and bind us further to you.
The rest is labor which is not used for you. I'll be myself the harbinger, and make joyful the hearing of my wife with your approach. So humbly take my leave.
My worthy Cawdor.
Prince of Cumberland, That is a step on which I must fall down or else o'erleap. For in my way it lies. Stars, hide your fires. Let not light see my black and deep desires.
True, worthy Banquo, he is full so valiant, and in his commendations I am fed. It is a banquet to me that's after him, whose care has gone before to bid us welcome. It is a peerless kinsman.
They met me in the day of success, and I have learned by the perfectest report that they have more in them than mortal knowledge. While I burned in desire to question them further, they made themselves air, into which they vanished. Whilst I stood, wrapped in the wonder of it, came missives from the king, who hailed me, Thane of Cawdor, by which title these great sisters saluted me before, by the coming on of time with hail, King that shalt be. This I have thought good to deliver thee, my dearest partner of greatness, that thou mightst not lose the dues of rejoicing by becoming ignorant of what greatness is promised thee. Lay it to thy heart, and farewell. Clams thou art, and Cawdor, and shalt be what thou art promised. Yet I do fear thy nature. It is too full the milk of human kindness to catch the nearest way. Thou wouldst be great, art not without ambition, but without the illness that should attend it. Hie thee hither, that I may pour my spirits into thine ear, and chastise with the valor of my tongue all that impede thee from the golden round, which fate and metaphysical aid doth seem to have thee crowned withal. What are your tidings?
The king comes here. Tonight.
Thou art mad to say it. Isn't thy master with him? Who, when so, would have informed for preparation?
So please you, it is true our Thane is coming, but one of my fellows had the speed of him, who almost dead for breath would scarcely more than would make up his message.
Give him tending, he brings great news. The raven himself is hoarse that croaks the fatal entrance of Duncan under my battlements. Come, you spirits, that tend on mortal thoughts. Unsex me here and fill me from the crown to the toe, top full of direst cruelty. Make thick my blood and stop up the access and passage to remorse, that no compunctious visitings of nature shake my fell purpose, nor keep peace between the effect and it. Come into my woman's breast and take my milk for gall, you murdering ministers, wherever in your sightless substances you tend on nature's mischief. Come, thick night, and pall thee from the dunnest smoke of hell, that my keen knife not see the wound it makes, nor heaven peep through the blanket of the dark to cry, hold, hold. Great clams, worthy Cawdor, greater than both by the all-hail hereafter. Thy letters have transported me beyond this ignorant present, and I feel now the future in the instant.
My dearest love, Duncan comes here tonight.
And when goes hence?
Tomorrow, as he purposes.
Who never shall sun that morrow see. Your face, my face, is a book where men may read strange matters, to beguile the time. Look like the time. Bear welcome in your eye, your hand, your tongue. Look like the innocent flower, but be the serpent under it. He that is coming must be provided for, and you shall put this night's great business into my dispatch, whereto all our nights and days to come give solely sovereign sway and masterdom.
We will speak further.
Only look up clear. To alter favor ever is to fear. Leave all the rest to me.
This castle hath a pleasant seat. The air nimbly and sweetly recommends itself unto our gentle senses.
This guest of summer, the temple haunting mark, does approve by his loved mansionry that the heaven's breath smells wooingly here.
What?
The air is delicate!
Ah. See our honored hostess. The love that follows us sometimes is our trouble, which still we thank as love. Herein I teach you how you shall bid God yield us for your pains, and thank us for your trouble.
In all our service, every point, twice done and then done double.
Where's the Thane of Cawdor? We coursed him at the heels and had a purpose to be his purveyor, but he rides well, and his great love, sharp as his spur, hath holped him to his home before us. Fair and noble hostess, we are your guests tonight.
Your servants ever have theirs themselves and what is theirs, in compt, to make their audit at your highness's pleasure, still to return your own.
Give me your hand. Conduct me to mine host. We love him highly, and shall continue our graces toward him. By your leave, hostess.
If it were done when 'tis done, then 'twere well it were done quickly. The assassination could trammel up the consequence, and catch, with his surcease success, that but this blow might be the be-all and the end-all here. But here, upon this bank and shoal of time, will jump the life to come. But in these cases, we still have judgment here, that we but teach bloody instructions, which, being taught, return to plague the inventor. This even-handed justice commends the ingredients of our poison chalice to our own lips. He's here in double trust. First, as I am his kinsman and his subject, strong both against the deed. Then, as his host, who should against his murderer shut the door, not bear the knife myself. Besides, this Duncan hath borne his faculties so meek, hath been so clear in his great office, that his virtues will plead like angels, trumpet-tongued against the deep damnation of his taking off. And pity, like a naked newborn babe striding the blast, or heaven's cherubim, horsed upon the sightless couriers of the air, shall blow the horrid deed in every eye, and tears will drown the wind. I have no spur to prick the sides of my intent, only vaulting ambition, which overleaps itself and falls on the other. How now, what news?
He has almost supped. Why have you left the chamber?
Hath he asked for me?
Know you not he has?
We will proceed no further in this business. He hath honored me of late, and I have bought golden opinions from all sorts of people, which will be worn now in their newest gloss, not cast aside so soon.
What's the hope? Drunk wherein you dressed yourself? Hath it slept since? And wakes it now to look so green and pale at what it did so freely? From this time such I account thy love. Art thou afeard to be the same in thine own act and valor as thou art in desire? Wouldst thou have that thou esteem'st the ornament of life, and live a coward in thine own esteem, letting I dare not wait upon I would, like the poor cat in the adage?
Prithee, peace! I dare do all that may become a man, who dares do more is none.
What beast was then that made you break this enterprise to me? When you durst do it, then you were a man. To be so much more than what you were, you be so much more than man. Nor time nor place did then here, yet you would make both. They have made themselves, and now their fitness does unmake you. I have given suck, and I know how tender 'tis to love the babe that milks me. Yet I would, as it were smiling in my face, have plucked my nipple from its boneless gums and dashed its brains out, had I so sworn as you have done to this.
If we should fail,
We and will not fail. When Duncan is asleep, whereto the rather shall his days' long journey soundly invite him. His two chamberlains I with wine to assail, so soundly convinced that memory, the water of the brain, shall be a fume, and the receipt of reason, a limbic only. When in swinish sleep their natures lie as in a death, what cannot you and I perform against the unguarded Duncan? What not put upon his spongy officers, who shall bear the guilt of our great quell?
Bring forth men, children only, for thy undauntless metal should compose nothing but males. Will it not be received, when we have marked with blood those sleepy two of his own chamber, and used their very daggers that they have done it?
Who dares receive it other, as we shall bear our griefs and clamor roar upon his death?
I am settled, and bend up each corporal agent to this terrible feat. Away, and mock the time with fairest show. The false face must hide what the false heart doth know.
How goes the night, boy?
The moon is down. I have not heard the clock.
It goes down at 12.
I take it later, sir.
Hold. Take my sword.
There's husbandry in heaven. Their lights are all out. Take thee that too. A heavy summons lies like lead upon me, and yet I cannot sleep. Merciful powers restrain in me the cursed thoughts that nature gives way to in repose. Give me my sword. Who's there?
A friend.
Aye, sir, not yet abed. The king has been an unusual pleasure lately, and sent forth great largesse to your offices. This diamond he greets your wife withal, in the name of most kind hostess.
Being unprepared, our will became the servant to defect, which else should free have wrought.
All's well. I dreamt last night of the three weird sisters. To you they've showed some truth.
I think not of them. Yet, when we can entreat an hour to serve, we would spin it on some words upon that business, if you would grant the time.
At your kindest leisure.
If you shall cleave to my consent, when 'tis, it shall make honor for you.
So I lose none in seeking to augment it, yet keep my bosom franchised and my allegiance clear. I shall be counseled.
Good repose the while.
Thanks, sir. The same to you.
Go bid thy mistress, when my drink is ready, she strike upon the bell, and get thee to bed. Is this a dagger which I see before me? The handle toward my hand? Come, let me clutch thee. I have thee not, and yet I see thee still. Art thou not fatal vision, sensible to feeling as to sight? Or art thou but a dagger of the mind, false creation proceeding from the heat-oppressed brain? I see thee yet, and in such form as palpable as this which now I draw. Now marshalest me the way that I was going, and such an instrument I was to use. Mine eyes are made the fools of the other senses, or else worth all the rest. I see thee still, and on thy blade in dungeon gouts of blood which was not so before. There's no such thing! It's the bloody business which informs us to mine eyes. Now, over the one half world nature seems dead, and withered murder, alarmed by his sentinel the wolf, whose house is watched thus with his stealthy pace. With Tarquin's ravishing strides, towards his design moves like a ghost. Thou sure and firm set earth, hear not my steps, which way they walk, for fear thy very stones prate of my whereabouts, and take the present horror from the time, which now suits with it. Whilst I threat, he lives. Words to the heat of deeds too cold breath gives. I go, and it is done. The bell invites me. Hear it not, Duncan, for it is a knell that summons thee to heaven or to hell.
That which hath made them drunk hath made me bold. That which hath quenched them hath given me fire. Peace. 'Tis only the owl that screeched. The fatal bellman who gives the Sturts good night. He is about it. The doors are open, and the surfeited grooms do mock their charge with snores. I have drugged their possums, that death and nature do contend about them, whether they live or die.
Who's there? What ho?
Alack, I am afraid they've awaked, and 'tis not done. The act and not the deed confound us. Hark, I laid their daggers ready, he could not have missed them. Had he not looked like my father as he slept, I had done it. My husband.
I have done the deed. Didst thou not hear a noise?
I heard the owl scream and the crickets cry. Did you not speak?
When?
Now?
As I descended?
I?
Hark, who lies in the second chamber?
Donalbain.
This is a sorry sight.
A foolish thought to say a sorry sight.
As one did laugh in sleep, and one cried murder, that they did wake each other. I stood and heard them, but they did say their prayers and addressed them again to sleep.
There two lodged together.
One cried, God bless us, and amen the other, that they did see me with these hangman's hands. I could not say amen when they did say God bless us.
Consider it not so deeply.
But wherefore could I not pronounce amen? I had most need of blessing, and amen stuck in my throat.
These deeds must not be thought of in these ways, so it will make us mad.
Methought I heard a voice cry, sleep no more. Macbeth doth murder sleep, the innocent sleep. Sleep that knits up the raveled sleeve of care. The death of each day's life, sore labor's bath, balm of hurt minds, great nature's second course, chief nourisher in life's feast.
What do you mean?
Still it cried, sleep no more to all the house. Glamis hath murdered sleep, and therefore Cawdor shall sleep no more. Macbeth shall sleep no more.
Who was it that thus cried? Why, worthy Thane, you do unbend your noble strength to think so brain sickly of things. Go, get some water, and wash this filthy witness from your hands. Why did you bring the daggers from the plates? They must lie there. Go, carry them, and smear the sleeping grooms with blood.
I'll go no more. I am afraid to think what I have done. Look on it again, I dare not.
Infirm of purpose, give me the daggers. The sleeping and the dead are but pictures. 'Tis the eye of childhood that fears a painted devil. If he do bleed, I'll gild the faces of grooms withal, for it must seem their guilt.
Whence is the knocking? How is with me when every noise appalls me? What hands are here? Ha! I pluck out mine eyes. Will all great Neptune's ocean wash this blood clean from my hand? No. This my hand will rather the multitudinous seas and incarnadine, making the green one red.
My hands are of your color, but I shame to wear a heart so white. There's a knocking at the south entry. Go, retire we to our chamber. A little water clears us of this deed. How easy is it then? Your constancy hath left you unattended. Hark, more knocking. Go, put on your nightgown, lest occasion calls and shows us to be watchers. Be not lost so poorly in your thoughts.
To know my deed, to best not know myself. Wake Duncan with thy knocking! I would thou couldst.
Knock. There's a knocking indeed of a man reporter of Hell's Gate. You should have all turning the key. Knock. Who's there? The name of Beelzebub. Oh. Here's a farmer who hangs himself in expectation of plenty. Come in time. Have nothing to know about you. Here, you'll sweat for it. Knock. Who's there? The other devil's name. Oh, here's an equivocator who committed, he could weigh either scale against both scales. Committed treason enough, for God's sake, but could not equivocate to heaven. Oh, come in, equivocator. Knock.
Who's there?
Ferris.
Ferris who?
Ferris foul, and foul is fair. Who's it? Oh. Here's an English tailor. Hey you, I'm an English tailor. Come hello for stealing out of a kitchen. Come in, tailor. Here, you may roast your goose. Knock, never quiet. Oh, what are you? What are you? Oh, I understand why you're here in hell. I understand. This place is too cold. There's Lady Raquel. Mistress of Rock, yes? You're already in hell. And Mistress Mara, don't worry. The gates of hell are accessible. You're fine. You are absolutely fine. Oh my. But this is too cold for hell. I'll devil porter it no further. I thought that I did some of all that goes the primrose way of the everlasting bonfire. Anon. Remember the porter.
Was it so late, ere you went to bed, my friend, that you do lie so late?
Oh, well, Beisner, we were out carousing to the second cock, and drink, sir, is a provoker of three things. Three things.
And what three things does drink especially provoke?
Oh, Mary, sir. Nose painting, red. And sleep, you never sleep. And urinal. Oh. Lechery. It provokes, it unprovokes. Oh, it provokes the desire. And it takes away the performance. Drink sir may be such a great equivocator of lechery. It makes him, and it mars him. It sets him on, and takes him off. It persuades him, and disheartens him. Makes him stand to, and not stand to. In conclusion, equivocates him to a sleep. And giving him the lie, leaves him.
I do believe drink gave thee the lie last night.
Well, that it did, sir. In the very throat of me. I requited him for his lie. I think, being too strong. Though he did take up my leg sometime, but I made a shift to
The captain! Is thy master stirring? Our knocking hath awakened him. Here he is.
Good morrow, noble sir.
Good morrow, both.
Is the king stirring, worthy thing?
Not yet.
He did command me to call timely on him. I'd almost slipped the hour.
I'll bring you to him.
I know 'tis a joyful trouble to you, but 'tis one.
The labor we delight in physics pain. This is the door.
I'll make so bold to call, for 'tis my limited service.
Goes the king hence today?
He does. He did appoint so.
The night has been unruly. Where we lay, our chimneys were blown down. And as they say, lamenting's heard in the air, strange screams of death and prophesying enactments terrible of dire combustion and confused events. New hatchet to the woeful time. The obscure bird clamored the livelong night. Some say the earth was feverish and did shake.
'Twas a rough night.
My young remembrance cannot parallel a fellow to it.
Horror! 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 Tongue nor heart cannot conceive nor name thee!
What's the matter?
Confusion now hath made his masterpiece. Most sacrilegious murder hath broke ope the Lord's anointed temple and stolen thence the life of the building.
What is you say? The life?
You mean His Majesty?
Approach the chamber and see, destroy your sight with a new Gorgon. See, do not bid me speak. Approach and see yourself. Awake. Awake! Murder and treason! Malcolm! Donalbain! Banquo! Up! Come and see the great Doom's visage! Up! Up and see! Rise from your graves and walk like sprites to countenance this horror! Ring the bell!
What's the business of such a hideous trumpet calls to parley the sleepers of the house? Speak, speak!
Oh, gentle lady, 'tis not for you to hear what I would speak, for the repetition in a woman's ear would murder as it fell. Oh, Banquo, Banquo! Our royal master is murdered!
Woe, alas, what in our house?
Too cruel anywhere! Dear Doc, prithee, contradict thyself and say it is not true!
And I but died an hour before this chance. I had lived a blessed time. For from this instant there is nothing serious in mortality. Renown and grace is dead. The wine of life is drawn, and the mere lees is left this vault to brag of.
What is amiss?
You are and do not know it. The head, the spring, the fountain of your blood is stopped. The very source of it is stopped.
Your royal father is murdered.
Oh. By who?
Those of his chamber, it seems, had done it. Their hands and faces were embadged with blood. So were their daggers, which, unwiped, we found upon their pillows. They stared and were distracted. No man's life was to be trusted with them.
Oh, I do repent me of my fury that I did kill them.
Wherefore did you so?
Who can be wise, amazed, temperate and furious, loyal and neutral in a moment? No man! The expedition our violent love outrun the pause of reason. Here lay Duncan, his silver skin laced with his golden blood. His gashed stabs looked like a breach in nature, but ruin's wasteful entrance. And there, the murderers, steeped in the color of their trade, their daggers unmannerly breached with gore. Who could refrain? Who had a heart to love, and in that heart courage to make love known?
Help me hence, help!
Look to the lady!
Why do we hold our tongues? The most may claim this argument for ours.
What should be spoken here? Well, or fate, hit in an alcohol, may rush and let's away, or yours not yet heard.
Nor our strong sorrow set upon the foot of motion.
Look to the lady. And when we have our naked frailties hid that suffer an explosion, let us meet to question this most bloody deed. Fears and scruples shake us, and in the great hand of God I stand against the undivulgent pretense, and fight treasonous mouth.
And so do I.
So all?
So all.
Let's briefly put on manly readiness and meet in the hall together.
Well contented.
What will you do? Let us not consort with them. Show an unfelt sorrow as an office which a false man does easy. All to England.
To Ireland I, or separated fortune, and shall keep us both the safe there. Where we all, there is daggers in men's minds. The near in blood, the near in blood.
This murderous shaft that shot hath not yet lighted, and our safest way forward is to avoid the aim. Therefore to horse. Now let us not be dainty of leave-taking, but shift away. There is warrant in that theft which steals itself. But there is no mercy left.
How goes the world now, sir?
Why? See you not?
Is it known to do this most bloody deed?
Those Macbeth hath slain.
Alas, what good could they pretend?
They are suborned. The king's two sons, Malcolm and Donalbain, are fled to England, which puts upon them suspicion of the deed.
Against nature's still thriftless ambition, the whole wrapping up life's own means. Then 'tis most likely the sovereignty will fall upon Macbeth.
He is already to Dunsinane, to be invested.
Where is Duncan's body?
Carried to Colmkill, the sacred storehouse of his ancestors and guardian of their bones.
Will you to Dunsinane?
No, no, cousin. I'll to Fife.
Well, that will fit there.
Lest you see it done, adieu. Else our old robes sit better than our new.
Well.
Thou hast it now. King, Cawdor, Glamis, all as the weird women promised. But I fear thou playedst most foully for it. Yet it was said that it should not lie in your posterity, but that I should be the root and father of kings. If by the verities upon thee made true, Macbeth, may they not be my oracles too? Lift me up in hope? But hush, no more.
Here is our chief guest.
Had he been forgotten, it had been as a gap in our great feast, and all thing unbecoming.
Tonight we hold a solemn supper, sir, and I'll request your presence.
Let your lord command upon me, to the which my duties are with an indissoluble tie, forever knit.
Ride you this afternoon?
Aye, my lord.
We should have else desired your good advice, for it hath been both grave and prosperous in this day's council. But we'll take tomorrow. Is far you ride?
As far as will fill the time twixt now and supper. Go not my horse the better. I may become a borrower of the night for a dark night or two.
Fail not our feast.
My lord, I will not.
We hear our bloody cousins are bestowed in England and in Ireland, not confessing their cruel parricide, filling their ears with strange invention. But of that tomorrow, when therewithal we will have cause of state craving us jointly. Hie you to horse. Adieu. Till you return at night. Go Splayance with you.
Aye, my good lord. Our time does call upon us.
I wish your horses swift and sure of foot, and so I do commend you to their backs. Farewell. Let every man be master of his time till 7 at night. To make society the sweeter welcome, we will keep ourselves till supper time alone. While then, God be with you. Sirrah, a word with you. Attend those men our pleasure.
They are, my lord, without the palace gate.
Bring them before us. To be thus is nothing, but to be safely thus. Our fears in Banquo stick deep, and in his royalty of nature reigns that which would be feared. 'Tis much he dares. And to that dauntless temper of his mind, he hath the wisdom that doth guide his valor to act in safety. There's none but he whose being I do fear, and under him my genius is rebuked, as it is said Mark Antony was by Caesar. He chid the sisters when first they put the name of king upon me and bade them speak to him. Upon my head they placed a fruitless crown and put a barren scepter in my grip, thence to be wrenched with an unlineal hand, no son of mine succeeding. It be so, for Banquo's issue have I filed my mind, for them the gracious Duncan have I murdered, put rancors in the vessels of my peace, only for them, and mine eternal jewel, given to the common enemy of man, to make them kings, the seed of Banquo kings! Rather than so, come fated to the list, and champion me to the utterance. Who's there? Now, go to the door and stay there till we call. Was it not yesterday we spoke together?
Was, so please, your highness.
Well then, now have you considered of my speeches? Know that it was Banquo in the times past that held you so under fortune, which you thought had been our innocent self. This I made good to you in our last conference.
You made it known to us.
I did so, and went further, which is now the point of our second meeting. Do you find your patience to be so predominant in your nature that you can let this go? Are you so gospeled to pray for this good man and for his issue, who have bowed you to the grave and beggared yours forever?
We are men, my liege.
Aye, in the catalogue ye go for men. Now if you have a station in the file, not in the worst rank of manhood, say it, and I will put that business in your bosoms, whose execution takes your enemy off, grapples you with the heart and love of us, who wear our health but sickly in his life, which in his death were perfect.
I am one, my liege, whom the vile blows and buffets of the world have so incensed that I am reckless what I do to spite the world.
And I another, so wear with disaster and tugged on fortune, that I would set my lie on any chance, to mend it, or be rid of it.
Both of you know that Banquo was your enemy.
True, my lord.
So is he mine. And in such bloody distance that every minute of his being thrusts against my nearest of life. Though I could, with bare-faced power, sweep him from my sight and bid my will about it, yet I must not. For certain friends that are both his and mine, whose loves I may not drop, but wail his fall, who I myself struck down.
We shall, my lord, perform what you command us.
Your spirit shines through you. Within this hour at most, I will advise you on where to plant yourselves. Acquaint you the perfect spy of the time, this moment on it, for it must be done tonight. Something from the castle. Always thought that I require a clearness, and with him. To leave no rubs nor botches in the works, Faiance, his son, who keeps him company, whose absence is no less material to me than is his father's, shall embrace the fate of that dark hour. Resolve yourselves apart. I'll call to you anon.
We are resolved,
my lord.
It is concluded. Banquo thy soul's flight, if it find heaven, must find it out tonight.
Is Banquo gone from court?
Aye, madame. The return begins tonight.
Say to the king I would attend his leisure for a few words.
Madame, I will.
Not had all spent where our desire is got without content. 'tis safer to be that which we destroy than by destruction dwell in doubtful joy. How now, my lord? Why do you keep alone of sorriest fancies of your companions' making, using those thoughts that should have indeed died with those they think on? All things without remedy should be without regard. What's done is done.
We have scotched the snake, not killed it. She'll close and be herself, whilst our poor malice remains in danger of her former tooth. But let the frame of things disjoint. Both the worlds suffer, ere we shall eat our meals in fear and sleep in the terrible affliction of these dreams that shake us nightly. Better to be with the dead, who we, to gain our peace, have sent to peace, than on the torture of the mind to lie in restless ecstasy. Duncan is in his grave. After life's fitful fever, he sleeps well. Treason has done his worst. Nor poison, nor steel, malice domestic, foreign levy, nothing can touch him further.
Come on, gentle my lord, sleek o'er your rugged looks. Be bright and jovial among your guests tonight.
So shall I, my love, and so I pray be you. Let your remembrance apply to Banquo. Present him eminence, both with eye and tongue. Unsafe the while we lave our honors in these flattering streams, and make our faces visitors to our hearts, disguising what they are.
You must leave this.
Oh, full of scorpions is my mind, dear wife! Thou knowest that Banquo in his flayance lives.
But in them nature's copies not ye turn.
There's comfort yet. They are assailable. Then be thou jocund. Ere the bat hath flown his cloistered flight, there shall be done a deed of dreadful note.
What's to be done?
Be innocent of the knowledge, dearest Chuck, till thou applaud the deed. Come, sealing night, scarf up the tender eye of pitiful day, and with thy bloody and invisible hands cancel and tear to pieces that bond which keeps me pale. Light thickens, and the crow makes wing to the rooky wood. Good things by day begin to droop and drowse, while night black agents to their praise do rouse. Thou marvelest at my words, but hold thee still. Things bad begun make strong themselves by ill. So prithee, go with me.
The west yet glimmers with some streaks of day. Now let spurs to let it travel at pace, to gain the time we're in and near approaches the subject of our watch.
Hark! I hear horses.
Give us a light there. Whoa!
Then 'tis he, the rest that are within the note of expectation already are on the court.
His horses go about.
Almost a mile, but he does usually, so all men do from hence to the palace gate, make it their walk.
A light! A light!
'Tis he!
Stand to it! It will be rain tonight. Then let it come down! Ah! Oh, treachery! Fly, fly out, fly! Fly, fly, fly! Thou mayest revenge! Slave!
Who did strike out the light?
Wast not the way?
There's but one down, the sun has fled. We have lost best half of our affair.
Then let's away and say how much is done.
You know your own degrees. Sit down. At first and last, the hearty welcome.
Thanks, Your Majesty!
Ourself will mingle with society and play the humble host. Our hostess keeps her state, but in best time we will require her welcome.
Pronounce it for me, sir, to all our friends. For my heart speaks, they are welcome.
See, they encounter thee with their heart's things. Both sides are even. Here I'll sit in the midst, be large in mirth. Anon, we'll drink a measure, the table round. There's blood on my face.
Despicable, then.
Better thee without than he within. Is he dispatched?
Aye, my lord. His throat is slit. That I did for him.
Thou art the best of the cutthroats. Yet he's good that did the like for Fleance. If thou didst it, thou art the non-Pharrell.
Most royal, sir. Fleance escaped.
So comes my fit again. I had else been perfect, whole as the marble, founded as the rock, as broad and general as the casing air. And now I'm cabined, cribbed, confined, bound into saucy doubts and fears. But Banquo safe?
Aye, my lord. Safe in a ditch where he bides, with 20 trench gashes in his head. The least a death to nature.
Thanks for that. There the grown serpent lies. The worm that's fled hath nature that in time will bid him breed. No teeth for the present. Get thee gone. Tomorrow we'll hear ourselves again.
Come now. You have not given the toast. The feast is often sold that is not vouched. While 'tis a making, 'tis given with welcome. To feed were best at home, from thence the sauce to meat is ceremony. Eating were bare without it.
Sweet remembrancer. Now good digestion wait on appetite, and health on both.
Please, your highness, sit.
Aye.
And we now the country of our honors roofed, with the grace and person of our Banquo present, whom may I rather challenge for unkindness than pity from his chance.
His absence, sir, lays blame upon his promise. Pleased, your highness, to grace us with your most royal company. Here.
The table's full.
Here's a place reserved, sir.
Where?
Here, your highness. What is it that moves you?
Which of you have done this?
Don't what, my good lord?
Thou canst not say I didn't. Never shake thy gory locks at me.
Gentlemen, rise. His highness is not well.
Sit, good friends. My lord is often thus, and has been from his youth. I pray you keep seat. This fit is momentary. Upon a thought he will again be well. If much you note him, you shall offend him and extend his passion further. Pray you, keep seat. Are you a man?
Aye, and a bold one, that dare look on that which might appall the devil.
Oh, proper stuff. This is the very painting of your fear. This is the air-drawn dagger you said led you to Duncan. Oh, these flaws and starts, they would well become a woman's story at a winter's fire, authorized by her grandson. Shame itself. Why do you make such faces, when all you do is look upon a stool?
Prithee, see there, behold, look, lo! Why, how say you? Well, what care I? Thou canst not speak to. Charnel houses and our graves must send those we bury back. A monument shall be the maws of kites.
What quite unmanned and folly!
If I stand here, I saw him.
Fie for shame.
Blood hath been shared ere now. In the olden times, ere human statute purged the gentle wheel. Aye, and since too, murders have been performed too terrible for the ear. Times have been that when the brains were out, the man would die, and there an end. And now they rise again with 20 mortal murders on their crowns and push us from our stools. Shh. This is more strange than such a murder is.
My worthy lord, your noble friends do lack you.
I do forget. Do not muse at me, my most worthy friends. I have a strange infirmity, which is nothing to those that know me. Come, love and health to all. Then we'll drink. Here, fill me full. We'll drink to the general joy of the table. To Banquo, our dear friend whom we miss. Would he were here. To all in him we thirst, and all to all.
Our duties in the pledge.
Avaunt! And quit my sight! That the earth hide thee! Thy bones are marrowless, thy blood is cold! Thou hast no speculation in those eyes which thou dost glare with.
Think on this, good peers, but 'tis a thing of custom, no other. Only it spoils the pleasures of the time.
What man dare I dare? Approach thee like the rugged Russian bear, the armed rhinoceros or the Hurricane tiger. Take any shape but that, and my firm nerves shall never tremble, or be alive again, and dare me to the desert with thy sword. If trembling I inhabit, then protest me the baby of a girl. Unreal mockery hence. Why so, being gone, I am a man again. Pray you, sit still.
You have displaced the mirth and broke the good meeting with the most admired disorder.
Can such things be, and overcome us like a summer's cloud? Without our special wonder, you make me strange even to the disposition that I owe. But now I think you can behold such sights and keep the natural ruby of your cheeks, while mine is blanched with fear.
What sights, my lord?
I pray you, speak not. Question enrages him. At once, good night. Leave not upon your order of going, but go at once.
Good night, and better health attend to his majesty.
A kind good night to all.
It will have blood. They say blood will have blood. Stones have been known to move and trees to speak. What is the night?
Almost at odds with morning, which is which?
How sayest thou that Macbeth denies his person at our great bidding?
Did you send to him, sir?
I hear it by the way, but I will send. There's not a one of him, but in his house I keep a servant feed. Tomorrow I will, and betimes I will, to the weird sisters. More shall they speak, for now I am bent to know, by the worst means the worst. For mine own good, all causes shall give way. I am in blood, stepped in so far that, should I wade no more, returning were as tedious as go over. Strange things I have in head, that will to hand, that must be acted ere they may be scanned.
You lack the nature of all seasons. Sleep.
And strange in self-abuse is the initiate fear that once hard use. We are yet but young indeed.
He knows thy thoughts. Hear his speech, but say thou not.
Macbeth! 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 Beware, Macbeth. Beware the thane of fight.
Whatever thou art, for thy good caution thanks. You've harped my fear all right. But one word more.
You will not be commanded. Here's another more potent than the first.
Macbeth! Macbeth! Macbeth!
If I had 3 ears, I'd hear thee.
Be bloody, bold, and resolute. Laugh to scorn the power of man. For none of woman born shall harm Macbeth.
Live, Macduff! What need I fear of thee? But yet I'll make assurance double sure, and take a bond of fate. Thou shalt not live. Tell pale-hearted fear it lies, and sleep in spite of thunder. Come in without there!
As your grace's will.
Saw you the weird sisters?
No, my lord.
Came they not by you?
No, indeed, my lord.
Infected be the error on they ride, and damned all those that trust them. I heard the galloping of horse. Who was't came by?
'Twas 2 or 3, my lord, that bring you word. Macduff has fled to England.
Fled to England!
Aye, my lord.
Time now anticipatest my dread exploits. Flighty purpose never is overtook, unless the deed go with it. From this instant, the very firstlings of my heart shall be the firstlings of my hand. Even now, to crown my thoughts with acts. Be it thought and done. The castle of Macduff I will surprise, seize upon Fife, give to the edge of the swords his wife, his babes, and all unfortunate souls that trace him in his line. Steed I'll do before my purpose cools. No more boasting like fools. Where are these gentlemen? Come, bring me where they are.
What hath he done to make him fly the land?
You must have patience, man.
He had none. His flight was madness. When our actions do not, our fears do make us traitors.
You know not whether it was his wisdoms or his fears.
Wisdom! To leave his wife, to leave his babes, his mansion, and his titles in a place from whence himself does fly? It loves us not. He wants the natural touch, for the poor wren, the most diminutive of birds, will fight her young ones in her nest against the owl. All is the fear, and nothing is the love. As little is the wisdom where the flight so runs against all reason.
My dearest cousin, I pray you school yourself. But for your husband, he's wise, noble, judicious, and best knows the things of season. I dare not speak much further, but cruel are the times, where we are traitors and do not know ourselves, where we hold rumor from what we fear, and yet know not what we fear. Float upon a wild and violent sea each way and move. I take my leave of you. Shall not be long before I'll be here again. Things at worst will cease, or else climb upward to what they were before. My pretty cousin, blessing upon you.
Father it is he, and yet he's fatherless.
I am so much a fool. To stay any longer would be my disgrace and your discomfort. I take my leave at once.
Sirrah, your father is dead. What will you do now? How will you live?
Birds do, mother.
What, with worms and flies?
It's what I get, and so do they.
Poor bird. Thou shouldst never fear the net nor lie, the pitfall nor the jet.
Why should I, mother? Poor birds they are not set for. My father is not dead, for all you're saying.
Yes, he is dead. And how wilt thou do for a father?
Nay, how will you do for a husband?
Why, I could buy me 20 at any market.
And you buy him to sell him again.
Thou speakest with all thy faith, and yet in faith we put enough for thee.
Was my father a traitor, mother?
Aye, that he was.
What is a traitor?
Why, one that swears he lies.
Are you all traitors that do so?
Everyone that does so is a traitor and must be hanged.
Must they all be hanged that swear and lie?
Everyone?
Who must hang them?
Why, the honest men.
Then the liars and swearers are fools. For there are liars and swearers enough to beat the honest men and hang them up.
God help thee, poor monkey. But how wilt thou do for a father?
If you were dead, you would weep for him. If you were not, you were a good sign and should quickly have a new father.
Poor prattler, how thou talk'st!
Bless you, fair dame. I am not to you known, though in your state of honor I am perfect. I doubt some danger does approach you nearly. If you take a homely maid's advice, be not found here. Hence, with your little ones. To fright you thus, methinks I am too savage. To do worse to you were fell cruelty, which is too nigh your person. Heaven preserve you. I dare abide no longer.
Whither should I fly? I've done no harm. But I remember now. I'm in this earthly world, where to do harm is often laudable. To do good sometimes counted dangerous folly. Why then do I put up that womanly defense to say I've done no harm? Hide. What are these faces?
Where's your husband?
I hope in no place so unsanctified where such as thou mayest find him.
He is a traitor!
Thou liest, thou shaggy villain!
Ah! What? You young fry of treachery!
He has killed me, mother. No. Run away, I pray you.
No matter!
Come, let us seek out some desolate shade and there weep our sad bosoms empty.
Let us rather hold fast the mortal sword and bestride our downfall and birthdom. Each new morn, new widows howl, new orphans cry, new terrors strike heaven in the face as it resounds through Scotland and cried out like syllable of dolor.
I believe I'll wear. No believe. What I can redress, as I shall find the time to, friend, I will. What you have spoken, it may be so perchance. This tyrant, whose sole name now blisters our tongues, was once thought honest. You have loved him well. He hath not touched you yet. I am young. Something you may deserve of him from me. In wisdom. To offer up a weak, poor, innocent lamb to appease an angry God!
I am not treacherous!
But Macbeth is!
Bleed! Bleed, poor country! Great tyranny! The title is afeard! Very well, Lord. I will not be the villain thou speakst for the whole space that is within the tyrant's grasp, and the riches to boot.
Be not offended! I speak not in absolute fear of you. I think our country sinks beneath the yoke. It weeps, it bleeds. Each new day a gash is added to her wounds. I think withal there would be hands uplifted in my right. And here in England do I have offer of goodly thousands, but for all this, when I shall tread upon the tyrant's head or wear it upon my sword, yet our poor country shall have more vices than it ever had before, more suffer, and more sundry ways than ever by him that shall succeed.
What should he be?
It is myself I mean, in whom I know all the particulars of vice so grafted that, when they shall be opened, blind Macbeth will seem as pure as snow. The poor state esteem him as a lamb compared with my confineless harms.
Not in the legions of horrid hell is there a demon more damned in evils to top Macbeth. Boundless intemperance in nature is a tyranny, and it hath been the untimely emptying of the happy throne and the death of many kings. But fear you not yet to seize upon you what is yours.
And with this there grows on my most ill-composed affection such a staunch avarice that, were I king, I should take the nobles from their lands, desire his jewels in this other's house, and my more sauce will be as a sauce to make me hunger more, that I should forge quarrels unjust against the good, and loyal destroy them for wealth.
Oh, Scotland! Scotland!
If one be fit to govern, speak! I am as I have spoken.
Fit to govern? No, not fit to live. Oh, nation miserable, with untitled tyrant, bloody sceptred. Win shalt thou see thy wholesome days again, when the truest issue of thy throne by his own interdiction stands accursed, and does blaspheme his breed? Thy father was a most sainted king, and the queen that bore thee, often upon her knees rather than her feet, died every day she lived, Malcolm. Fare thee well, Lord. The evil that thou speakst against thyself hath banished me from Scotland. Oh, my breast. Thy hope ends here.
Macduff, this noble passion, child of integrity, hath from my soul wiped away the black scruples, reconciled my thoughts to thine, good truth and honor. Devilish Macbeth by many of these trains hath sought to win me into his power, and modest wisdom plucks me from over-credulous haste, but God above deal between thee and me. For even now, I put myself into thy direction, and unspeak mine own attraction. Here, abjure the taints and blames I've laid upon myself for strangers to my nature. I am yet known to woman, never was forsworn, scarcely have coveted what was mine own. At no time have I broken my faith, would not betray the devil to his fellow, and delight no less in truth than life. What I am truly is thine and my poor country's to command. Whither indeed, for thy here approach, old seaward with 10,000 warlike men already at point, setting forth. And now we'll together, and the chant of our goodness be like our words and quarrel. Why are you silent?
Such welcome and unwelcome things all at once, 'tis hard to reconcile. Lo! Who comes here?
My countrymen, yet I know him not.
Ah, my ever gentle cousin, welcome hither.
Oh, I know him now. Good God. Bedtime's removed the mains that make us strangers.
Sir, amen.
Stands Scotland where it did.
Alas, poor country, almost afraid to know itself. It cannot be called our mother, but our grave, where nothing but who knows nothing is once seen to smile, where sighs and groans and shrieks that rend the air are made, not marked, where the dead man's knell is seldom asked for who, and good men expire before the flowers in their caps, dying or ere they sit in.
Oh, relation, too nice and yet too true.
What's the newest grief?
That of an hour's age doth hiss the speaker, each minute seems a new one.
How does my wife?
Why, well.
And all my children?
Well, too.
The tyrant has not battered at their peace?
No, they were well at peace when I did leave them.
But not stingy with thy speech. How ghost!
I have words, though. Be hot out into the desert air. We're going to lack them.
What concern they? The general cause? Or is it some fee grief due to a single breast?
No, mine that's honest, but it shares some woes that mean what pertains to you alone.
If it be mine, pray you keep it not from me. Quickly let me have it.
I know your ears despise my tongue forever as it imparts on them the heaviest sound that ever yet they heard.
Come. I guess at it.
Your castle was surprised. Wife and children were savagely slaughtered. To relate the men who were on the quarry of these murdered deer to add the death of you.
Merciful heaven. What, man? Ne'er put your hat upon your brows. Give sorrow words. The quick that does not speak whispers the old heart of bids it break.
All my children?
My children, servants, all that could be found.
And I am to be from thence my wife killed too?
I have spoken.
Be comforted. Let us make medicines of this great revenge to cure this deadly grief.
He has no children! Did thou sayest all? Hellkite! Oh, my pretty chickens and their dam! In one fell swoop!
Dispute it like a man!
I shall do so! But I must first feel it as a man. I cannot but remember such things that were most precious to me. Did heaven look on and would not take their part? Oh, sinful Macbeth! They were all struck for thee! Not I am! Not on my own demerit, but on mine! Fell slaughter on their souls! Heaven rest them now!
Macduff, be this the whetstone of your sword. Let grief convert to anger. Blunt not the heart, enrage it!
Oh, I could play the woman with mine eye and the braggart with my tongue, but gentle heavens have cut forth all intermission. Front to front, bring me thou this fiend of Scotland! Set him within my sword, and if he scape, have I forget him too!
This too goes manly. Come, we go to the king. Our power is ready. Our lack is nothing but our leave. Macbeth is ripe for the shaking, and the powers that be put on their instruments. Receive what cheer you may. The night is long that never binds the day.
Thrice the brinded cat mewed.
Thrice and once the hedge pig whined. Pop your cries, 'tis time, 'tis time.
Round about the cauldron go. In the poison entrance throw. Toad under cold stone, days and nights of 31. Sweltered the venom sleeping not. Boil first in our charmed pot. Double toil and trouble. Fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Fillet of a fenny snake in the cauldron boiled bake. Eye of newt and toe of frog. Wool of bat and tongue of dog. Adder's fork and blindworm's sting. Lizard's head and owlet's wing. For a charm of powerful trouble, like a hell broth, boil and bubble.
Double toil and trouble. Fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Scared of rat, tooth of wolf. which is mummy and ma and go. Of the ravin sultry shark, root of hemlock, did it I did deliver by a drag, make the gruel lick and slap, add thereto a tiger's chagrin, for the ingredients of our cauldron.
Double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Cool it with the baboon's blood, then the charm is firm and good. By the pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes. Open, locks, whoever knocks.
How now, you secret black and midnight hags? What is't you do?
A deed without a name!
I conjure you by that which you profess. However you come to know and answer me. Answer me to what I ask you.
Speak!
Demand. What answer?
Say if thou'st heard from our mouths or from our masters.
Call them. Let me see 'em.
Pour in sow's blood that had eaten her 9 pharaoh. Grease that had sweat from the murderer's gift. Throw into the flame. Come high or low, thyself and office deftly show.
What is this?
Listen, but speak not.
Be lion proud, and take no care.
Who chafes?
Who frets?
Or where conspirers are?
Macbeth shall never vanquish me until brave Burnham Wood to high Dunsinane Hill shall come against him.
Until great Burnham Wood to high Dunsinane Hill shall come against him.
That will never be! Who can impress the forest? Bid the tree on fix his earthbound root. Sweet boatman's good! Valiant's head rise never till the wood of Burnham rise. And our high-blessed Macbeth shall live the lease of nature. Pay breath to time and mortal custom. Where are they? Gone? At this pernicious hour stand I accursed in the calendar.
Two nights I have watched with you and find no truth to your report. When was it she last walked?
Ever since His Majesty went into the field, I've seen her rise from bed, throw her nightgown upon her, unlock her closet, take forth the paper, fold it, write upon it, read it, afterwards seal it, and again return to bed. Did all this while most fast asleep.
A great perturbation in nature, to receive at once the benefits of sleep while doing the effects of watching. In this slumbery agitation, besides walking and her other actual performances, what at any time have you heard her say?
That, sir, shall not be heard after her.
What are you made to me, and 'tis most meet you should.
Neither to you nor anyone, having no witness to confirm my speech. Lo, you, here she comes. This is her very God, and upon my life, fast asleep. Observe her, stand close.
How came she by that life?
Why, this would buy her. She's like ours continually, certain man.
Oh, you see? Her eyes are open.
Aye, but they simply shut.
What is she does now? Look how she rubs her hands.
It's a constant action with her. Seems thus washing her hands. I've known her continue this a quarter of an hour.
Yet, here is a spot.
Oh, hard she speaks. I shall set down what comes from her to satisfy my remembrance the more strongly.
Out, damn spot, out, I say. 1, 2. Why, then, 'tis time to do it. Hell is murky. Fie, my lord, fie, what, a soldier and a fear? What need we fear, who knows it, when none can call our power to account? Yet, who would have thought the old man to have so much blood in him?
You mark that.
The Thane of Fife had a wife. Where is she now? What will these hands ne'er be clean? No more of that, my lord, no more of that. You mar with all this starting.
Go to. You have known what you should not.
She has spoken what she should not, I'm sure of that. Heaven knows what she has known.
Here is the smell of blood still. All the perfumes of Arabia could not sweeten this little hand.
Oh, sigh is dead. Her heart is sorely charged.
I'll not have such a heart in my bosom for the dignity of the whole body.
Oh, well.
Pray God it be, sir.
This disease is beyond my practice. Yet I have known those who have walked in their sleep to die holily in their beds.
Wash your hands. Put on your nightgown. Look not so pale. I tell you yet again, Banquo is buried. He cannot come out on's grave.
Even so.
To bed. To bed. There's a knocking at the gate. Come, give me your hand. What's done cannot be undone. To bed. To bed. To bed. To bed. To bed.
But, so... Will she now go to bed?
Directly.
Foul whispering is abroad. Unnatural deeds do breed unnatural troubles, but infectious minds to their deaf pillows will discharge secrets. More she needs the divine than the physician. God help us all. Look after her. Remove from her the means of all annoyance, but let's still keep your eyes upon her. Good night. My mind she has mated and amazed my sight. I think, but dare not speak.
Good night, good doctor.
The English power is near, led by Malcolm, his uncle Seward, and the good Macduff. For revenge burst into them, for their just cause, which the bleeding and grim alert excite the mortified men.
Near Burnham Wood, sure we won't meet them. Then where are they coming?
Who knows if Donald may be with his brother?
For certainly, sir, he is not. I have a file of all the gentry. They are Seward's son and many unmoved youth that still protest their first manhood.
What is a tyrant?
Great Dunsinane he strongly fortifies. Some say he's mad. Others that lesser hate him do call it valiant fury.
Now does he feel his secret murder sticking on his hands? Now immediately revolts or brand his faith breach. Those in his command move only in command, nothing in love. Now does he feel his title hang loose about him like a judge rope around the door of his stay?
Who then shall blame his pestered senses to recoil and start, when all that is within him does condemn itself for being there?
Well, march we on. To give obedience to truly owe, may we be the medicine of the sickly wheel, and with him pour in our country spurging each drop of us.
Or so much so that it needs to do the sovereign flower to drown away. Make we our march to Burnham.
Bring me no more reports. Let them fly all. Till Burnham Wood remove towards Dunsinane, I cannot taint with fear. What's the boy Malcolm? Was he not born of woman? The spirits that know all mortal consequences have pronounced me thus. Fear not, Macbeth, for no man that's born of woman shall ever have power upon thee. Then fly, false thanes, and mingle with the English epicures. The mind I sway by, and the heart I bear, shall never sag with doubt nor shake with fear. The devil damn thee black, thou cream-faced loon. Where gottest thou that goose look?
There is 10,000.
Geese, villain!
Soldiers, sir.
Go prick thy face and override thy fear, thy lily-livered girl. What soldiers, Patch? Death of thy soul. Those lidded cheeks of thine are counselors to fear. What soldiers, Wayface?
The English force, so please you.
Take thy face hence. Satan! I'm sick at heart when I behold. Satan, I say! This push shall cheer me ever, or deceit me now. I have lived long enough. Satan!
What is your gracious pleasure?
What news more?
All confirm, my lord, what was reported.
I'll fight till from my bones my flesh be hacked. Give me my arms.
'Tis not needed yet.
I'll put them on. Send out more horses. Skir the country round. Hang those that talk of fear. Give me my blades. How does your patient, doctor?
Not so sick, my lord. She suffers from becoming fancies that keep her from her rest.
Cure her of that. Canst thou not minister to a mind diseased? Pluck from the memory a rooted sorrow. Raise out the ridden troubles of the brain, and with some sweet, oblivious antidote, cleanse the stuffed bosom of the perilous stuff which weighs upon the heart.
Therein, the patient must minister to himself.
Throw physic to the dogs! I'll none of it! Come, give me my sword. Seaton, send out. Doctor, the thanes fly from me. Come, sir, dispatch. If thou couldst, doctor, cast the water of my land, find her disease, and purge it to a sound and pristine health. It would applaud thee the very echo that should applaud again. Pull it off, I say.
Yes, my lord.
I will not be afraid of death in vain, till Burnham Forest comes to Dunsinane.
I from Dunsinane, away and clear. Prophet again should hardly draw me here.
Cousins! I hope the days are near at hand that Seamus will be safe.
We doubted nothing. What is this before us? It was to burn him.
Let every soldier hew him down a bough and bear it before him. Thereby we shall shatter the number of our hosts and make discovery air and reportables.
And shall we learn no other but the confident tyrant keeps still in Dunsinane and will endure our setting down before it.
'Tis his main hope. For where there is advantage to be given, both more and less have given to him the revolt. And none serve him but in constrained things, and hearts are absent too.
Let our just censors attend the true event, and put we on industrious soldiership.
The time approaches that will with due decision make us know what we shall say we have and what we owe. Thoughts speculative, their unsure hopes relate, but certain issue strokes must arbitrate. Towards which, advance the war.
Hang on our banners on the outward wall. The cry is still they come. Our castle's strength will laugh the siege to scorn. Here, let them lie, till famine and the egg eat them up. Were they not forced with those that should be ours, we might have met them dareful, beard to beard, and beat them backward home. What was that noise?
It's a cry of women, my good lord.
I have almost forgot the taste of fears. Wherefore was that cry?
The queen, my lord, is dead.
She should have died hereafter. There would have been a time for such a word. Tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day to the last syllable of recorded time. And all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Out, out, brief candle. Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Thou camest to use thy tongue, thy story quickly.
Gracious my lord, I should report that which I say I saw, but know not how to do it.
Well, say, sir.
As I did stand my watch upon the hill, I looked toward Burnham, and anon methought the wood began to move.
Liar and slave!
Let me endure your wrath if it be not so. Within this 3 mile may you see it coming. I say a moving grove.
If thou speakest false, upon the next tree shalt thou hang alive, till famine cling thee. Thou speech be soothed, I care not if thou dost for me as much. I cool in resolution, and begin to doubt the equivocation of the fiend that lies like truth. Fear not till Burnham Wood comes towards Dunsinane, and now a wood comes towards Dunsinane. Arm and out! If this which she avouches for does appear, there is no flying hence nor tarrying here. I get to be a weary of the sun, and wish the estate of the world were now undone. Ring the alarm bell! Blow, wind! Come, wreck! At least we'll die with harness on our back.
Now, near enough. Your Liffey's creeks throw down and show like those you are. You shall lead our first battle. Worthy MacDuffin, we shall take upon whatever else remains to do, according to our order!
Fare you well. Do we but find the tyrant's power tonight? Let us be beaten if we cannot fight!
Let all our trumpets speak. Give them breath, those clamorous harbingers of blood and death!
They have tied me to a stake. I cannot fly. Bear like I must fight the course. What's he that was not born of woman? Such a one am I to fear, or none.
What is thy name?
Thou'lt be afraid to hear it.
No, though thou callest thyself a hotter name than any is in hell.
My name's Macbeth.
Devil cannot pronounce a title more hateful to mine ear.
No, nor more fearful.
Lies the horrid tyrant. My sword I'll prove the lie that speaketh.
Thou wast born of woman.
The swords I smile at, weapons laugh to scorn, brandished by a man that's of a woman born.
That way the noise be. Tyrant! Show thy face! If thou be a slain, and by no stroke of mine, my wife and children's ghosts shall haunt me still. I cannot strike at wretched kerns whose arms are hired to bear their stabs. Either thou, Macbeth, or else my sword with an unbattered edge I sheathe again unneeded. That way he be. By this great clatter, one of greatest note seems bruited. Let me find him, fortune, and more I bet not.
This way, my lord! The castle is gently rendered! The current people, both sides to fight! The noble things do bravely in the war! That they almost profess to you, and little is to do! We have met with foes that strike beside us! Enter, sir, the castle!
Why should I play the Roman fool and die on mine own sword? Whilst I see lives the gashes do better upon them.
Turn! Hellhound! Turn!
Of all else I have avoided thee, but get thee back. My soul is too much charged with blood of thine already.
I have no words. My voice is in my sword. Thou bloodier villain, then words will have thee out! Gonna kill you!
Thou losest labor, as easy mayest thou the intringent air with thy keen sword as make me bleed. Then fall thy blade on vulnerable crests. I bear a charmed life, which must not yield to one of woman born.
Despair thy charm, and let the angel whom thou still serve tell thee, Macbeth was from his mother's womb untimely ripped.
Cursed be the tongue that tells me so, for it had cowed my better part of man. I will not fight with thee.
Then yield, coward, and live to be the show and gaze of the time. Oh, we'll have thee, as our rarer monsters are, painted on a pole, and under it, here may you see the tyrant.
I will not yield to kiss the ground before young Malcolm's feet, and to be baited by the rabble's curse. Though Burnham would come towards Dunsinane, and thou opposed being of no woman born, yet I will try my last. Before my body I throw my warlike shield. Lay on me, Duff, and damned be him who first cries, hold! Enough!
Die!
The word of friends we missed were safe arrived.
The must go off, yet by even seems the great thing is this is cheaply bought.
Macduff is missing, and young Seaward.
Young Seaward, my lord, has paid a soldier's debt. He only lived but till he was a man before he showed the unshrinking station of which he fought. But like a man, he died.
He is dead.
Aye, and taken off the field. Let not your sorrow be measured by his worth, for then it would have no end.
Why then, God's soldier be he.
He is worth more sorrow, and that's how spend for him.
They say he paid his scores, and so God be with him. Here comes new a comfort.
Hail, King, for so thou art. Behold, wherefore stood the usurper's cursed head. I see thee, comest with thy kingdom's pearl, that speak my salutations in their minds, whose voices I desire aloud with mine. Hail, King of Scotland!
Hail, King of Scotland!
Shall not spend a large expense of time before we reckon you with your several loves. Make us even with you. My thanes and kinsmen, henceforth the earls, the first ever that Scotland in such an honor named, which more to do, which would be planted newly with the times, as calling forth our exiled friends abroad that fled the snares of watchful tyranny, and producing forth the cruel ministers of this stead butcher and his fiend-like queen who, as 'tis taught by self in violent hands, took off her life. This, and what needful else remains to do, by grace of grace we will perform in measure time and place. So thanks to all at once, and to each one whom we invite to see us crowned as God!